We are taught that the great age of global commerce began relatively recently, with the Phoenicians, the Romans, and much later, the explorers navigating the Silk Road. We picture early humans as isolated tribes, struggling to survive within narrow geographic boundaries. But what if I told you that long before Caesar, long before even the invention of writing, materials were moving across continents and vast oceans, connecting civilizations that supposedly never met? This challenges the fundamental timeline of human connectivity. Archaeological discoveries are constantly pushing back the start date of complex trade. We now know that early prehistoric communities were far more intelligent and connected than previously believed. The movement of precious, non-local materials across thousands of miles suggests not just accidental contact, but deliberate, organized, and sustained trade networks that defy our conventional maps of early civilization. The question is, how did they manage it? Thousands of years before widespread infrastructure, before paved roads or stable sailing ships, how did fragile, valuable goods travel across deserts, mountains, and seas to end up in places they simply shouldn't be? One of the most compelling pieces of evidence for these ancient, impossible routes comes from obsidian. This volcanic glass, prized for making sharp tools, has a unique chemical fingerprint based on its source volcano. By analyzing the trace elements, archaeologists can pinpoint exactly where a specific piece of obsidian originated. The results are astounding. Obsidian sourced from Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, has been found in significant quantities thousands of miles away, deep into the Balkan Peninsula and across the Middle East. Similarly, obsidian from Greek islands like Melos found its way to mainland Greece and even further south. This wasn't merely local bartering. This required sophisticated systems of redistribution, possibly involving dozens of different communities acting as intermediaries along vast overland routes, suggesting an early, widespread economic communication system spanning continents. The movement of Lapis Lazuli provides another crucial clue. This brilliant blue metamorphic rock was highly valued by ancient Egyptian pharaohs for jewelry and ritual objects. The only known ancient source for high-quality lapis lazuli is the remote Badakhshan region of modern-day Afghanistan. This means that thousands of years before the famous expeditions, this heavy, exotic stone had to travel thousands of miles through harsh mountainous terrains, traversing multiple early empires and cultures, to reach the Nile Valley. This wasn't a one-off event, it was a constant, predictable supply chain. Similarly, we find cowrie shells, originating primarily in the Indian Ocean, in Neolithic settlements deep within inland Europe and Africa. How did a small, fragile seashell, useful mostly for decoration, make it across the entire continent, suggesting extensive contact and demand spanning half the globe? These artifacts shatter the isolationist view of prehistoric life. How could this be possible? There are a few key theories. Early seafaring. The capabilities of early sailors may be vastly underestimated. Coastal navigation and shallow draft vessels could have moved materials along the Mediterranean and the Arabian Sea much earlier than conventionally thought. Organized caravan networks, rather than a continuous Silk Road, small, overlapping chain of custody networks of foot travelers and pack animals could have gradually moved goods over generations, without a single person ever knowing the full length of the route. Lost connections. More controversially, these impossible routes suggest the presence of a highly developed, unifying civilization, perhaps a predecessor to the established empires, that possessed the navigational or organizational knowledge to facilitate intercontinental trade, a concept often linked to theories of a lost world or pre-Ice Age connectivity. The discovery of these long-distance trade routes forces us to rethink the intelligence, sophistication, and connectivity of our prehistoric ancestors. Their world was clearly not one of isolated tribes, but of complex networks driven by demand for beauty, utility, and symbolic power. What if we have drastically underestimated the intelligence and global reach of prehistoric civilizations? Could we rewrite early human history based on the path of a single, blue stone? Tell us in the comments below, which ancient material's journey is the most unbelievable. If you want to continue uncovering the hidden links and global connections that history books ignore, and challenge everything you thought you knew about the past, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Join us next time as we follow another impossible path through time.